Hello viewers and welcome to this 2v2 replay between Cyanide and Rotcat on the blue team and Dead Cat Alive and Get Skilled on the orange team, as the ball is now being kicked off, and the ball is now starting to move more towards the blue side of the net by the orange team before the blue side starts to counter that one and try and send it over to the orange side of the field. Cyanide on the blue team crosses the ball over the front of the orange goal. Doesn't really go anywhere as Get Skilled ends up intercepting that. Get Skilled on the orange team as we cut to a camera angle of it looks like Rotcat, who was trying to get some boost to set up later for a better shot. Meanwhile, Dead Cat Alive of the orange team is clearing the ball away from the orange net, as now we are starting to rush more towards the blue net. We'll see if anything converts out of this one. Not really. A bit of a tricky cross there. Didn't quite work out. Get Skilled tried to recover it. Didn't really work. Rotcat is now towards the orange net. Tries to go for it. Cyanide tries to go on target. Ends up missing a little bit. Rotcat also tries to go on target. Cyanide rebounds, and Get Skilled was unable to block the ball, and it ends up going for a goal for the blue team. Meanwhile, the ball is getting set up again. Rotcat and Dead Cat Alive are both going for it. Dead Cat Alive of the orange team wins that challenge, and Cyanide has to basically stop it from going into the net, so a good bit of a save and a clear there basically, as the ball is now moving more towards the orange side. This time it's Get Skills of the orange side it's their turn to save the ball there, and another save, this time from someone of the blue team. Both of the players happen to be there at the right time, and Cyanide of the blue team is now navigates a little bit around traffic to get the ball back on the orange side before Dead Cat Alive of the orange side ends up moving the ball back towards the blue side. We'll see who gets to it first. Rotcat using a lot of boost to make sure that that ball didn't go very far and away. Stuck in a corner. We'll see if Get Skilled tries to hit it out of that corner. We'll see if Get Skilled ends up bouncing off of that rebound. We Get Skilled clears its center, and Dead Cat Alive ends up being able to cross that in very nicely and very easily. And now the ball is back towards the center of the field. Everyone's at equal distance. We'll see who goes for it. Dead Cat Alive and Cyanide both went for it. Basically ended up being a tie in that case, as the ball is now basically in center field. No one's really in danger just yet, as that Get Skilled ends up trying to send that more towards the center to have that set up for a good goal. Didn't really work out, but the ball's still bouncing around the blue side quite a bit. As we'll see, now it is Rotcat who ends up doing the successful jump boost to hit the ball, and the ball is now more towards the center of the field. Get Skilled basically misses a bit of a shot there. Meanwhile, Cyanide was able to hit it towards the orange side pretty nicely. We'll see if it converts into any kind of goal. So far, not yet. Get Skilled is trying to clear it out from the orange side. Does a bit of a dribble to make sure that the ball didn't go tried to make sure the ball would go far. And a great shot by one of the orange team members that ends up getting blocked. And we end up seeing the ball still more towards the blue goal, not going in or anything. Rotcat was able to clear it nicely, now more towards the orange side of the field, as the ball is now getting sent back over to the blue side by the orange team. Bit of back and forth going on so far at the moment. Score currently is 1-1 with both teams even on this 2v2 matchup. Dead Cat Alive ends up sending it back from the orange side to the blue side. See if any kind of conversion happens from that. Bit of a cross, but it didn't really result in anything. Meanwhile, Cyanide of the blue team ended up being too busy getting boost to try and hit the ball again. So Get Skilled was able to move it towards the blue net, but someone from the blue team was able to clear it back away. And now the ball is back on the orange side of the field, as the ball is now actually back on the blue side. One of the blue players is set up again. Cyanide is also set up in a corner, ready to defend from anything. And Cyanide sends the ball past some traffic onto the orange side. Doesn't really work out quite yet. We'll see what happens. Dead Cat Alive ends up sending it over back to the blue side. Will it result in anything? No, not yet. Cyanide is possibly going to dribble the ball down. Does send the ball. It's a bit of a hit down, and the ball's back on the orange side of the field. And Cyanide back again, ready to sends it right towards the center of the field, whereas Rotcat was able to hit it as it was sitting right in the center, and it makes it a 2-1 game. Blue team up 2. Orange team is at 1 point. Back in the center, we'll see blue team ends up hitting the ball, wins that challenge. Ball's on the orange side of the field. There was a bit of a save earlier, and The ball is now back towards the center of the field. We'll see what happens from here as the ball is now starting to move its way over to the blue side. It didn't end up getting close enough to the goal, though. Ball is now back basically in the center of the field before Rotcat was positioned nicely to send it back to the orange side of the field. And we will see what will happen relatively soon. The ball's still on the orange side, and Rotcat ends up trying to keep it on the orange side. It's still there, currently in one of the corners of the field. Meanwhile, the ball is dangerously close to the orange net. Very risky move there. And Dead Cat Alive, a bit clumsy there. Was very lucky that no one from the blue team was able to capitalize on a bit of an error there. With a bit of sloppy ball handling. Ball's back on the orange side as someone on the blue team was attempting to convert into something. There's only 2 seconds left in the game. Ball's an airborne. Next touch ends the game, and the orange team was not able to do anything, resulting in a score of 2 for the blue team and 1 for the orange team.